Hello YouTube. What I want to talk about today is the Nikon 28mm AIS lens. This lens is a engineering achievement in the Nikon lens world. This lens has all the stops pulled out. It has close focus correction. It has 8 elements in 8 separate groups, which I don't know how you can group one lens by itself, but technically they've got it, I guess the way you stack them, it creates 8 groups. This lens has practically no barrel distortion. This lens is one of Nikon's sharpest lenses ever. It's a phenomenal feat in engineering. My particular copy has had the little notch bracket taken off of it. They put the screws back, but it's had it never had the bracket at all, and they just plugged the holes with the screws. That's entirely possible because they've made this lens. I think you can still buy it new today. It came to my attention because I was shooting with this lens, which is the Nikon 28mm AI. As you can tell, they are noticeably different in manufacture. You can see here you have the beveled focus ring to where this one is squared off, and externally they look very similar, but that's pretty much where the similarities end. Nikon completely re-engineered the lens system from a 5-element lens to an 8-element lens. Let's set this down somewhere else. Fixed every problem that their 28mm lens had ever had. If you want an awesome walk around, just general fun having lens, get this one. This thing has a floating element in it to deal with some other focusing issue in the focus mechanism. You can actually hear it. It takes really good pictures. It's got a nice buttery smooth focus ring. I mean, it's nice. It feels good. It's got a nice rubber texture grip just like the original one. It's actually a little wider. There's a little more grip area. This one will focus down to, I don't know if the camera will focus on it there, will focus down to 0.7 feet, to where this one will only go down to 1 foot. You can see if it'll pick it up. Basically, it'll focus closer. It works really well. Now it does move in and out. It's not an internal focus system lens, so it will pump air in and out of your camera body ever so slightly, but it will do it. When you have external moving elements like that, you will push air in and out of the camera, and therefore probably push dust over onto your sensor. It's just a fact of life. This lens has something else I like. It has an external aperture ring. It stops down to f/22. It has the focus distances on there, which I don't know, honestly, anybody that has ever used them. Personally, I've never used the focus scale. I've never found a need for it. Maybe there's somebody that uses it. You know, you do the whole hyperfocal distance thing and do focus trapping with it, I guess, on street photography. This would be a great street photography lens. You'd have to close the distance because it being wide angle like it is. It's f2.8 aperture, so it lets in a lot of light. That's a big perk. What I also like about it is if you're gonna do night photography and you're gonna maybe try to get the Milky Way or something, it'll go all the way to an infinity hard stop. No more wondering if the stars are in focus. Just run it over till it stops and it's in focus on the stars. Life is good. You're going to be running manual shutter speeds anyway. Why not get a good lens that you can open up the aperture to f2.8, let in a bunch of light, and get a good astrophotography photo? Seems to make sense to me. I don't have any pictures with this lens yet because what I'm going to do, the weather's been kind of off and on, hit and miss, and I've had jet lag from the trip and all. What I've wanted to do is kind of get reacclimated to Georgia, get kind of back in the groove. I have a day job. Yeah. Remember the old $28 video? So with all that aside, since I've been kind of getting caught up at work and getting over the jet lag, I really haven't produced a video, so there's no photos with these lenses yet either. So until I get some photos, I really won't have anything to look at here. We will revisit this in another video, but this lens looks really promising. And what I want to do is I want to do side-by-side comparison photos with it. I'm going to go outside on a nice sunny day where I've got good light and get some good pictures. I really don't want to shoot in low light because I don't want to deal with the ISO noise, because that won't give the lens its fair due. So I'm going to wait till there's a good, well-lit daylight shot in the sun. Yeah, I know, but at least that way the lenses will be able to be run at, you know, f4, f5.6, somewhere in that region, you know, stop down a stop or two. And we'll be able to get good, sharp images out of both of them and see what they look like. And see if this lens really does beat out the older 5-element lens that everybody says is poorer quality than this one. I've taken some really interesting photos with this little old lens. It works fine. I mean, I really enjoy using this lens, so I'm really excited to see how well this one performs over it. What's amazing was I think I only gave like $200 for this lens on eBay. They're on there fairly cheap, and it's because you have to focus it yourself. People need to learn how to do this instead of beep. You know, I got autofocus lenses. I love using autofocus lenses, but there's just some magic in this to me. You guys should try it and have some fun with it. I mean, if you're doing it for a hobby, what's it hurt? You know, if you miss focus on a few shots, who cares? Don't shoot professional work with it if you don't want to risk missing the shot. It's simple as that. So, with that, I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Y'all take care. Bye.